Assalamu alaikum. Real Madrid 3, Bayern 4, and an aggregate. Bayern advances with 6 goals to our 4 goals. And listen, I'll be lying if I said that I was expecting this in both ways. In terms of Bayern scoring 6 goals over the past 2 games and Real Madrid scoring 4 goals and giving us a little hope in this game. But I'm not shocked that Bayern beat us. I'm not shocked. I mean, I'm not going to say that this whole time I was rooting against Real Madrid. I wasn't. I was rooting for them. And all those 3 goals, I celebrated them like crazy today. But here's the thing, right? Everybody's going to go, quick to blame Camavinga. And while that might have played a crucial role, I do agree. I just really don't think that was the main issue in this game. There were a lot of main issues. And I just know for a fact that Real Madrid fans are going to go straight to Camavinga, and you guys are going to say whatever you got to say about him getting the second yellow and getting sent off after getting subbed on. It's not that. It's not like Camavinga getting a red card. That's like the last issue that we should worry about. There were a lot of key chances that we were missing. A lot of key chances, whether it was Vinicius, whether it was Mbappe, whether it was Valverde. There was a lot of missed shots and missed opportunities. And poor defending as well. I mean, Bayern scored 4 goals. I mean, let's take away Olise's goal. And you're telling me that Luis Diaz's last goal in the 89th minute, you're telling me that was like going to get scored on by against any team? No, the only reason why he scored that is because it was against Real Madrid. And Real Madrid's game plan tactic, which there is none, right? They're just playing. They just played the haram ball today, as we saw. And, when a team like this plays, when there's no structure or tactics, expect us to concede a lot. And especially conceding 6 goals in over 2 legs, it's not normal for a European giant team like Real Madrid to concede 6 goals, right? It's not normal at all. Don't make this Real Madrid team right now, the current Real Madrid team, don't make them normalize this, because it's not normal. It's not. You guys know it's not normal for a team like Real Madrid to concede this many goals. Now, we could talk about the good, we could talk about the bad, but I'm just going to talk about key moments that I enjoyed and key moments that I didn't like seeing in this game. And for the most part, you know me, right? Or for those who do watch my clips or videos, I always prefer Real Madrid to make the most out of their attacks, because if we're not a possession-based team, right, how are we going to get our goals? And with less chances, way fewer chances than Bayern, if you're looking at the numbers right here in the screen, you could see Real Madrid, 12 shots. Yes, we scored all 3 of the big chances. Bayern, 21 shots. 2 big chances. They scored both of those, and they scored one of the total shots. They didn't even have another. Those 2 other goals came from an easy shot, or not even easy, probably a hard shot, or probably a shot that wasn't even considered a shot. I don't know how FUTMob is doing this, but it's 21 shots, and they made 2. They scored 4 this game, but 2 of those goals were from the big chances, right? And now where did the other 2 goals come from? Corners, right? For the first corner, which was poorly defended, by the way. Poorly defended. And then the second goal, right? We had, who is it? The second goal, it was, I don't know if they're going to count Kane as that's not a big chance. I don't know who it was or what goal it was. But, we saw Camavinga get on and get that red card. And honestly, I do not like that. I do not like when we get stupid red cards. But at the same time, right? When you look at the referee, when he gave the second yellow, you could tell he kind of forgot that he gave Camavinga a first yellow card. I think he was going to give him a yellow card for doing that little time waste, right? That tackle was nowhere near a yellow card, but I think he gave it to him for time wasting for 2 seconds, and I think he failed to realize that he already did book him. And then probably some guy in his ear was telling him, that's a second yellow, you have to book him. Whatever it is, I don't agree with the decision. Now, yes, he was time wasting, but it was not time wasting to the point where he was holding the ball for more than 10 seconds, right? It was literally 2 or 3 seconds, and then he dropped it, and then he got booked. So, I don't know. That scenario was weird. But nonetheless, that's not why we lost. But, our main man, the best player in the field, was Arda. Now, I don't know how he got a red card. I don't know what happened. It shows that he got a red card. I shut off the game. As soon as Olise scored on us, I shut it off, got straight to recording. I'm not wasting my time. I'm not going to watch Bayern celebrate. By the way, congrats to Bayern, by the way. They deserved it. They played better than us both legs. They deserved it. But our best player was Arda Güler. I don't know how he got a 7.7. I don't even know who our best. Well, it's crazy to me that Mbappe got the better rating. I don't know if the red card dropped his rating. I don't know how full mob works, but in my opinion, I do agree with a lot of these ratings. I don't know how Mbappe got a higher rating even than Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr., yes, there was chances that he did miss, right? But there were key moments, and this is what bothers me a lot about Mbappe. There's a lot of key moments where he could have passed. You guys know what I'm talking about. I can't pull it up from the top of my head, but there were moments where Mbappe could have made a pass. He delays his passing. He delays it so many times, and he wastes so much time. He wastes a lot of time. And him not passing, there was two scenarios where Vinicius was wide open, and another one where Vinicius was making a run, or I think it was Bellingham, one of those players. They were making a beautiful run. He just delayed it. And Vinicius was wide open on the left, and Mbappe decided to run with it to the right and try to take a shot. That is something that really, really, really bothers me about Mbappe. He wants to score. He wants to take it. The only reason why he got his goal, by the way, is because of Vinicius Jr. And Vinicius is the one who created the play. So the fact that Mbappe, the way he played this game, I don't think he deserved a higher rating than Vinicius Jr. And I rate Vinicius higher than Mbappe. Now, whether some of you guys are going to say about Vinicius missed chances, I'd rather Vinicius take those chances that he had by himself than misplacing a pass or not even passing the ball or delaying a pass. Because Vinicius, here's the thing between Vinicius and Mbappe is that Vinicius knows when to make a key pass. He knows when there's a wide open pass, he is going to make that pass. You guys cannot disagree with me on that. But then when it's Mbappe, whether it's a good pass or a bad pass, whether he wants to try it, whether he doesn't want to, he's still going to hold it and delay it for I don't know how long. But going back to Arda Güler, right? The first goal, very brilliant. The way he got the ball and then didn't hesitate to shoot it. That's what I like, right? When you don't have to overthink. Mbappe, I feel like, is the type who overthinks or just wants to do plays by himself. But Arda Güler, very beautiful first goal and a very beautiful free kick for the second goal. The way he placed it, Neuer was just too slow to reach him. Maybe if it was Juan Garcia or maybe Courtois was defending it, I don't think Arda was going to score that. But it was still a beautiful with a perfect power on it. And, Neuer just couldn't grab a full hand on it. But he did touch it, but it was not enough to block the shot. So Arda Güler, really beautiful in terms of getting his brace. Other than that, the way he defended as well, the way he was playing as that backup role in terms of defending and helping the teammate out was beautiful. There was moments where he made perfect passes as well, where I forgot who it was, maybe it was Vinicius or Mbappe, where they just couldn't finish it. There was moments where Mbappe should have finished his goals, moments where Vinicius as well. Something that I really didn't like is the fact that Valverde played on the left. I do think that if he did play on the right, I think that he was going to have a much better chance in terms of scoring, because we saw him playing. I mean, there was one moment where he shot it with his left foot, but that was when he was on his right side. But when he's playing on the left, right, when he's just sticking to that left side, you could see that Valverde is very dangerous. I mean, he's dangerous on both sides, right? But I just think that we could have had a more better use of Valverde if he did stick to the left side. I mean, the right side. I think, I don't know, I'm switching my left and right. But I did want Valverde to play on the right side. I think that's where he's most dangerous. That's where he did that crazy performance against Manchester City. I mean, you could see for the most part he was playing towards that left side a little bit. The one time he did catch the ball and he shot it with his left foot on that right side outside the box. It was very close, but it just had a weaker shot compared to if he would have taken it with his right foot. Now, look, speaking about a team performance, look, I'm proud of this Real Madrid team. Not proud of their ego, not proud of the way that they handle Xabi Alonso. Right, I'm speaking in a general term. But I'm proud of them in terms of them actually scoring those 3 goals. I mean, they scored 3 goals. They fought for it. Even though they could have scored more, they were putting in the work, and they tried their best. So I can't say anything bad about them. But at the same time, this is a persistent issue. It's been an issue that's been persistent over and over and over again. It's been coming back up. Times we do good, times we do bad. And this game kind of summarized our season right here, where we could have our moments, but then something just comes and shuts it up. So it was kind of a back and forth in the first half. And then right there in the second half, right after Camavinga just got the red card, they just ended it. Bayern just ended it for us, and now we pack our bags. We go home with a trophyless season yet again. They just fail, right in this specific game. Real Madrid just fail to close up on attackers. That's how a lot of the goals came through was, for example, the corner, right, where it could be a 50-50, but I just think our corner tactics is horrible compared to when we had Xabi Alonso, who's actually giving us tactics, right? When, what's his name, scored it? When Kane scored the second goal, he was like right there open. Now, Lunin could have done a better job in terms of closing in on the open space. He kind of dove where I believe it was Militao and Bellingham, where they were already on the right side. He should have just dove on the left side. But, it's Lunin, right? He's not Courtois. I think if it was Courtois, he would have saved 2 goals from Bayern. But Courtois is injured, and we had to rely on Lunin. It was his mistake. But what can we do, right? But that goes back to my point, right? Where we just don't close down on defenders. We're like scared to close down. We wait for them to attack us. And that's the main issue with Real Madrid this season. We just wait for them to come to us. For example, Olise, right? Mendy was just backing up on him, and then Olise just shot it from that distance, which was crazy. Crazy goal, by the way. A crazy way to make all Real Madrid fans turn off their monitors, turn off their TVs, and just go straight into recording. Olise was a monster. He was looking for that shot all game, and he finally got it. And it was a perfect way to get it. A perfect way to get that shot towards the end of the game. I have nothing else to say. I mean, I could keep yapping about our mistakes this game, but I am going to end it off with this, right? I'm proud of the way Real Madrid played. I'm proud of the way that they actually went on to score 3 goals. I'm proud of Arda especially. I'm proud of Vinicius. Mbappe, there was chances here and there. And now I see the hate for Camavinga, but I am still not going to hate on Camavinga. Like I said, I really do think that the referee didn't know that he gave him a second booking. That's my honest opinion. I just don't think that he knew that was a second card, and until he got reminded by the players around him and the VAR team probably. So Camavinga, even though it was reckless of you to do, I just don't think that the hate should be to that extent. I just don't think it should be to that extent. Other than that, I do agree with Arbeloa's lineup besides Brahim Diaz, but I just don't have any other alternatives except Camavinga. But as we saw now, if I say Camavinga, everybody's going to say nope. He got the red card. But I do agree with the lineup. I am satisfied with it. I do think that he should have made more substitutions, though, early on, just because fresher legs mean that, we could run more, we could press more, right? So that's all it for me, and I'll leave it to you guys. I want to know, genuinely, what did you guys think about Real Madrid's performance? What do you guys think about Bayern's performance? Now they're going to go on to face PSG. I believe Arsenal are the ones that made it from the other side, if I am not mistaken. Yep, so it's going to be Arsenal and Atletico Madrid going up against PSG and Bayern. And for Real Madrid, we got eliminated, and most likely, possibly, I believe it is our second trophyless season in a row, which has never happened in Real Madrid history. So just take that in. 2 trophyless seasons. That's never happened in Real Madrid history. I believe that they're counting major trophies. So not the trophies that we won last season with Mbappe, the Intercontinental Cup. We're not counting that. It's the major trophies. So without making this video any longer, let me bring this question to you guys. What did you think about Real Madrid's performance? What did you think about Bayern's performance? And who do you got next? For those who's going to keep watching the UCL, I'm still going to keep watching it, and I'm excited for both matches. I think the game is going to be very intense. I mean, it's the former best European team going up against the current best European team. Even though against us, we made them look like they're not the best. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for those who continue to watch me on all platforms. And if you are not followed on any other platform, make sure you do. It's at Riyal Roots at every single platform. And make sure that you do subscribe. We are close and closing in on 400 subscribers. Thank you all for those who do subscribe. Thank you very much. And until then, Assalamu alaikum.